Hey everyone, so I'm back again with another video, and this time around I have some toy pickets to show you guys. I got, let's see here, 5 items really altogether. I got them at the Value Village today, as well as the Toronto Toy and Video Game Expo, I believe that's what the name of the event was called. Anyways, I'm going to start out with the 2 items I got there first. I got them a couple of days ago, actually. But probably by the time you guys see this, it'll be about a month after it actually happened. Just for those of you that don't know what that event was, because most people probably will not know what it was. It was a really, really small show where all they had were a couple of booths set up at a Royal Ontario Legion, I believe, or Royal Canadian Legion. Um, and yeah, there were a couple of vendors there, and there was also, I believe, some kind of Smash tournament going on. I think N64 Smash, so original Smash. Anyways, that's besides the point. I got these 2 items at 2 separate booths, and they were actually pretty much next to each other. The first one here is a toy, and I usually don't get Power Rangers toys just because there's so many fake ones out there, and there's also a lot of newer ones out there, and I just do not care about like the last dozen Power Rangers series. But I found this here, and it was sort of like a reminder of my childhood. It's Alpha 5. This guy here, I paid $2 for him. I can't seem to find any markings on him at all that'll lead me to believe that it is official, uh, and no markings of any kind really, a product number or anything, or even made in China. Like there's nothing on this guy at all, unless I've just completely missed it. His arms move up and down, and he has that classic pose where he goes ahead and says "ay ay ay." Sorry if that was lame, but that's what I remember him for. And yep, that's Alpha 5. And I got that for $2. Sorry. And also at like the next booth over, I saw this here. It was the only Digimon item I saw at this whole place. There was nothing else Digimon related at all, except for this one item, and I was actually pretty happy to find this. It's Digimon Digital Monsters Street Digi Battle Card Game Starter Set 4. And sorry for reading out the entire name there. But yeah, this set here came out around 2000, I believe. 2002, actually. But yeah, I completely missed the set growing up, and I really, really, really wanted to pick it up. It has a whole bunch of cards that I never owned as a kid, and I was actually really happy to find this instead of finding something that I already had. But this one here, I traded for this and Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop for the Wii. I traded a sort of faded copy of Pokemon Blue for these two things. This was priced at $15, sorry, and the game was priced at $7, so $22. For a Pokemon game, is it worth it? Who knows really, but I only paid $7.50 for Pokemon Blue, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Next up, I went to the Value Village today. I found a bag of toys that was actually pretty interesting to me. It was only $3.99. There was one other thing in there that I actually got rid of right away. I didn't want it at all. I know I could probably got in $2 or $3 for it, but it was a bobblehead of a Toronto Blue Jays baseball player, and I had no use for it at all. Have no interest in the Blue Jays or any baseball team really. So I gave it to this person at the Value Village that I see every so often. He usually buys a whole bunch of DVDs and a lot of old toy cars and stuff like that. But he was interested in it, so I just gave it to him after I paid for it, of course. It was in a bag of stuff altogether, so I really couldn't separate it out, so I just bought the whole thing. But the other stuff that was in there was pretty interesting. and I really wanted to get it. One other item though that was in there that I didn't really care for, and I'm not even really aware of these. Like I didn't really know what these were. They're these weird little magnet things. They're sort of weird shape, circle and a cross together, and there's 4 magnets on each one, and they have a little character on them, and they're really sparkly and just kind of stupid. They're called Tengamo, and if I read that correctly, it's made by Spin Master. Spin Master made a bunch of random little toys and stuff that just never really took off. If you can name a Spin Master toy that was actually really popular and was around for some time, please let me know in the comment section below, because I myself just remember waves and waves of Spin Master toys that just failed and were cleared out of stores. But yeah, I didn't buy the bag of toys for that item either. I actually got it for, well, one item, but the other item is pretty interesting as well. I'll start out with this other item first. It is actually an action figure from Naruto, and it's a kind of a secondary character that's not really important for all that long. I think his name is Kitamura. He is one of the ninjas from the village of Sound or something like that. And he has this one action where he pulls back the string on the bow, and you just press the button on the back, and his arms sort of move. But it was missing the projectile that came with it, which kind of sucks. But I mean, it's still interesting enough, and maybe I can fit another projectile to it. But the reason why I got this is for this next item here. It is a Deoxys toy made by Jack Pacific. Sorry, just needed to cough there. And if I remember correctly, I think this guy is either, I think he's like the defensive, the defensive version of Deoxys. Either that or like the balanced version of Deoxys. Because of course in the game you can touch different meteorites, and his stats sort of change. There's like an attack one and a speed version, a normal version, and then like a defense version as well. And yeah, this one here, the only thing that was missing was the stand that it was on. It wasn't even a full stand, it was just a sort of clear plastic disc that sort of helped stabilize it. But I mean, it's still there for the most part. It's in good condition. I cleaned it up pretty well, and it still has the like, it still works. It has this one action where it makes a sound. I don't really recognize the sound though. I don't really remember him making a sound like this, but if he did, whatever. This is the sound that it makes. And you activate that sound by pressing on his face. For some reason, they decided to make his face the button. But yeah, I got all those for $3.99, along with the Digimon cards and the Alpha 5. That's a total of, well, I traded towards that, so I'll just say $7.50 for the game that I traded towards this. $2 for that, so that's $9.50 plus another about $4.50 in change for those other toys. So that is $9.50 plus $4.50 is $14. So $14 for those. Not the best, but also not that bad. A couple of interesting toys in there, and the only thing that I really couldn't give a flying fuck about is those stupid magnet toys. I'll probably just end up throwing those out. And that's it, really. As always, leave comments in the comment section below. Anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Also, check out my 300 subscribers contest. It'll be linked in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, website, they're all linked in the description below as well. And that's it. See ya.